What does on the line of scrimmage mean to you? We kind of talked about it, but these are one of the 4 points that Shotty hit on with who he wants to be. What does that mean to John Machota on the line of scrimmage?
Well, they have to be more physical on the offensive line. I mean, look at the guys that they've added and the size they've added. Like they have to be, an offensive line that's not finesse. They have to be like leaning on people. And I think with the moves that they've made, the coaching staff changes and stuff like that, I think that's what they expect to be now. But it just like it's some young guys. There's going to be some growing pains and things like that to get everything worked out. But yeah, I think it'll be one of those like when I think of owning the line of scrimmage, I think of you're able to run the ball when even it is a loaded box, They know you're going to run the ball. It's, 3rd and 1, whatever, goal line. You got to be able to win on those plays, And for a long time, I mean, whether it was with DeMarco Murray or with Ezekiel Elliott, you knew in those short situations, like, hey, he's running, he's going to run behind Zach Martin on this play. Everybody knows it, and it still would get done, And that's the type of, that's where they need to get to, I don't know that they have a runner on the level of either of those two guys on the team, but I think that they have the offensive linemen that maybe even if it isn't this year, as they go forward, I mean, I really feel like they're rebuilding it like they did in 2011 when they went Tyron Smith, and then a couple years later, Travis Frederick, and then next year, Zach Martin. Like that's where they're loading up. Like, so they should be good there. The other side though, on the, when I think of the line of scrimmage, it's like, I don't know how you do it defensively if Mozzie Smith doesn't have a bounce back, like not a bounce back, but a like breakout year, He's going to have to play well, for them to, and you'll the same thing with the run game. That's how you'll know, like when they're able to stop these teams running the football, because that's still going to be the thing. Every team that faces them is going to be like, we're going to try and run on these guys. We do not want to sit our quarterback back there and let Micah and Sam and Neeland and Izaraku and all these guys tee off on them. So, the run game's a big one for me. You'll be able to tell how they're doing on that line of scrimmage if they can run the ball and if they can stop the ball or stop running the ball.
Yeah, I think the physicality part right now, like what that favors them is, or what they're going to lean into is effort, because I don't know that they have the one guy on the interior to play that run like that. They're going to have to win with effort and run fits, scheme. We talked about, I think Johnny mentioned a few weeks ago, Flus does usually take care of the run with his scheme. But you obviously still want to have some guys on the interior that can help you that way. And Mozzie, if they're not going to go out and get anybody, it has to be Mozzie. And I hate to put so much pressure on the 7th round rookie, but Toia, right? He's going to have to step up. Osa's going to have to be better against the run. Everybody's going to be better against the run. Saw somebody in the chat say the elephant in the room is Micah Parsons' run game was trash last year early in the season. Newsflash, my guy. The whole defense's run game was trash last year earlier in the season. But what people fail to realize is there was improvement from a technical standpoint, whatever. And from a Micah standpoint, I don't know why he gets this rap, maybe because he's small and he's a pass rusher. He's not this horrid, terrible run defender.
I was just about to say that. I don't get that.
To me, of people who actually watch the film and understand the assignments there. Is he an all-pro run defender? Absolutely not. But he's not this uber terrible run. The runs that y'all talk about, for the most part, are teams saying we're going to throw bodies at his ass. And get him out
of the Green Bay game. The Green Bay game, people got to understand.
I'm not talking about last year.
No, but I'm talking about the Green Bay game, because that's what they go. Awful. No, but listen. No, what I'm saying is this, guy. When people talk about Micah being a bad run defender, I mean, go ahead. I don't know.
No. To be fair to Micah. To be fair to Micah, Nick Bosa, if you look at the grades, if you go by PFF, you look at the tape too, I mean, they got the same run grades. You can run at Nick Bosa, and he's one of the premier, edge rushers out here. So I think that a lot of people, they just kind of pin that on Micah Parsons because he's Micah Parsons. And he's about 20 pounds lighter than Nick Bosa. So it's just one of those things that as the Cowboys been dead ass on stopping the run, and he got to find a way to pin it on someone.
I disagree with both of y'all. I don't even think it's that. He's getting doubled. When Micah's bad against the run. Oh, no. We're not saying I disagree. All right. This is what I see. When Micah is, and thanks, Max, whoever is in the chat for
Max Emilio.
That's out to you, Max. That's the guy that said Micah Parsons elephant in the room. That's that guy.
When he's air quote struggling, he's getting chipped or duoed or some type of double team by a tight end that's bigger than him and then a tackle that's coming. he stacks tackles fine to me when he's singled up. You need everybody else on the line to do their job. And you need when they play it again, when you're playing certain fronts, that's why I go back to the Green Bay game and how they played it. If you're gonna play a 4-man front, and no matter if it's odd, even whatever, you have 4 down linemen and they're running a goal line set. I got news for you. You're not gonna stop the run like that. Like, I don't care how, what, when, who. If it isn't Lawrence Taylor, and even Lawrence Taylor will probably struggle because they had the big tight end from South Dakota or whoever. He wasn't dogging Micah, but he's getting help. And Micah's 240. And so you have 600 pounds of muscle coming at you.
Any offensive coordinator, if I'm looking at it, if I'm playing against the Cowboys, I'm chipping. I'm putting a tight end on that side. I'm putting my linebacker. I'm putting my running back to cheat to that side. I'm putting rib chips, and I'm doing all of that stuff to Parsons. I'm trying to take him out the game. I'm not finna line him up freebie. No way, not Parsons. No way.
Man, he's the only. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Denver did this. Von Miller and him are the same damn size. Do you know what Denver did? They went out and got a run-stopping mother effers to play opposite of opposite, but on that same D line.
Right.
Micah Parsons doesn't need to be the dominant run stopper because he is one of the most feared pass rushers in the league that can play the run. I don't need him to be dominant. Other mother effers around him need to play their role. And the problem in 23 is, you said it perfectly there, Foots. They did not personnel match. They would come out 13-12 on offense, and Dallas would come out big nickel.
Big nickel.
The hell you think is about to
happen? Bell that linebacker.
Yeah.